All right, guys, we were not successful in this repair because I did not have all the information passed off to me. This is a 2003 Heritage Edition F-150 542 valve. Absolutely gorgeous truck. The owner here, grandfather left it to you, right? Looks like you got like new calipers, brakes, rotors, everything on this.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Is that all Ford stuff?
I believe he did.
Because it looks like gray Ford rotors, like the same OE stuff that we have.
Yeah, and then he did the lines and everything, so it's all good to go.
Yeah, wow. You don't find them in this condition anymore, obviously. Basically, there's a drain inside the vehicle, and whenever you pull the 50 amp, it takes the power down from the central junction box inside and stops the drain. So I was instructing this young gentleman here that owns this now on what I would do, and we went and actually looked up the diagram and showed the schematic and everything to him. And I pulled the radio out of it thinking that the radio was the problem, but that obviously was not the issue. Yeah, they're nice, but I modified them because I didn't like the way they were mounted. So I actually put nuts and bolts through them and then siliconed it so it can't. You see how here's just thin screws inside and they pop out of there. So I drilled the holes out on that one because that one pulled out of there and it was flopping around inside the hole. So I drilled them out and then put actual. So here, I'm gonna pass this off to you so you can. Sure. And we're gonna get the truck started and we're gonna send this gentleman on his way. We're not gonna charge him for it. We're gonna let it go. And I apologize for the lack of information on our part, but we're going to work together to get this truck back up and going. So basically, black to black, red to red, or black to the negative symbol and red to... We're at 75% charge right now. And then right here on the side, there's a button that says boost. And now we should be ready to start. We're going to give this to you. Thank you for being patient.
Thank you.
It's a Type-C charge because it has like a light and everything on it, and
it works really well.
Yeah, it does. It's 2,000 amp. I've jumped diesel trucks with it and stuff like that. Courtesy of the channel and Topdon, we appreciate you coming here and trusting us. And sorry for the lack of information on our part. We're just
we'll get it figured out.
We'll get it figured out. Me and you'll work together, and we'll get whatever's inside causing it to draw down, and then we'll just go from there. So you text me, we exchange numbers and stuff like that, and we'll move forward. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Just want to take care of the guy because obviously I was fed the wrong information, and he gave service way more information than what he gave me, and we can't charge somebody for something like that. So yeah, so a little bit about what was happening is when the customer dropped the vehicle off, he gave all the information I needed to get this diagnosed, and I didn't receive that information from the multiple service writers that were dealing with it. So after I figured out the full story from the customer, I went back and talked to the service writers after I let him go ahead and go just now, and we actually put in a refund for his money, and we're gonna have him come back and pick up the hour diag because that's not his fault. I could have had this diagnosed a lot better than just thinking it was like it says here, electrical diag check radio will not turn off and drains the radio. When lights are used, radio stays on, necessary to remove main fuse under hood to prevent battery from draining. Has newer battery. Where is the 50 amp fuse, and this is where it's at, this is the location, this is what he pulled, all that other stuff is missing. Because if I would have known that, I could have went to all that stuff instead of thinking it's the main radio fuse, which is not the case, is the main fuse to take down the entire central junction box inside the cab. With that being said, I could have moved it inside the cab and continued to check for an amp draw to figure out where it was inside the cab that's causing the issue, and could have pinpointed it down to exactly what was going on. Yeah. Anyway, doing the right thing. Give the guy his money back. Give him a jump pack in the meantime in case this happens to him again, and retain him as a customer and do the right thing and actually have him come back in and diagnose it properly. This type of stuff happens, unfortunately. You try to recover from it, treat the customer the best that you can, do the right thing. Anyway, y'all be blessed.